restoration project here. I picked up this charcoal grill smoker yesterday for 30 bucks. It's a Master Forge, which if you look it up, it's a Lowe's brand. They don't make this model anymore, but lots of room. Got a warming rack up top. These grates lay out. I just cleaned them off the other day. The coolest thing is this little handle here lowers and raises your charcoal so you can move it closer or further away from what you're cooking. On the outside here, I'll show you guys how to clean that up and repaint it. It's still solid, just has a little bit of rust color to it. A little damper here. And you've got charcoal chamber down here. It's kind of cool. You can just open it up, add some more wood or more charcoal right in there. Slide out ashtray. So it's got side dampers on it. There's one on both sides. So looks like a pretty nice little grill. I'm gonna get it fixed up a little bit here, and I'll show you the final product. Here's what we're gonna need to give this charcoal grill a facelift. Probably 2 to 3 cans. I think 2 should be plenty for this size. High heat Rust-Oleum. It heats. It's resistant up to 1200 degrees, specifically made for grills and automotive applications, so it's not going to burn off. Need some sandpaper. Start with the 80 grit first to get the bigger rust spots off, and then hit it with the 120, kind of sand it down a little bit. I've got a roll of masking tape here. Use that to wrap around the handles and stuff on the grill. I'm going to take, if you see here, there's 3 bolts in the stack vent here. I'm going to probably take that off so I don't get any paint on that. And then you also want to cover temperature gauge with tape so that you don't spray over that. So the process for repainting this grill, giving it a facelift, any spots that have rust on them, you want to sand them down first. The smaller number of grit the sandpaper is, the more coarse texture that it is. So you want to start with a lower number. In this case, I'm going to start with 80 and hit those spots where there's thicker rust at. Then I'm going to hit it with a 120 grit, a little bit finer, to kind of finish the texture off and get it sanded down nice and smooth. And then we'll apply the spray paint after that. When it comes to the spray painting portion of it, you want to do very light sweeping motions, which I'll show you. That way you don't have the paint running down off the top of the grill and off the side shelves and stuff. That way you have a nice clean appearance on your finish. And then we'll show you the process of sanding down and repainting, and then we'll do an after video. One thing I do want to show you guys with this specific model, it has this hand crank to lower and raise the charcoal basket. If you look inside of here, you can see it's actually bent, but there's a pin there in that threaded portion of the handle. I'm going to pull that pin out, and that'll allow us to completely screw this handle off, and then we can just cover the stainless part here, the faceplate, with tape. That way we don't have to worry about overspray on the handle. Again, I'm not too concerned about having this thing look brand new, but rather just giving it a little bit of a facelift. So, but this handle does come off if you find a model of grill that's similar to this, by just removing that pin, and then it'll screw all the way out. So for the logo panel on the front, and then the temperature gauge here. You put tape around it and press it down. You can then take a razor blade and cut around the edge. That way you can paint everything around it, but not the glass there. Then I'm going to do the kind of the same for the logo panel down here. I'm not as worried about that, but figured it'll look nice. Alright, so we're going to hit this with the 80 Grit Sandpaper first. You can see that that 80 grit really gets the majority of the big rust off. Then I'm going to hit it with some 120 grit just to sand it down a little bit more. Okay, so we've got it sanded down pretty good. That's how you want it to look. We've got all that surface rust off there. And I'm going to hit around the vent here real quick. Then we will get to painting. Alright, so when you're painting, you want to make sure that you got your spray paint shaken up really good. And then you want to do nice, just light sweeping motions and push the button as you, or push the top as you do it. You don't want to just go crazy and hold the pin in and just go crazy with it. See how we're getting a nice even coat. We don't see any paint running or any big globs of it running down the side of the hood here. Here's the final product. Looks pretty much brand new. Got the logo painted on there as well. redbeardseasonings.com. Check us out. Got the grates all cleaned off. I got to clean out the ashtray in the bottom yet, but got everything all painted up, and she looks almost brand new. Not bad for $30 for the grill, about $10 worth of spray paint, and a couple pieces of sandpaper. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe and check back in soon.